Hey everyone, my name is Meatbomb, also known as Fire1369. I'm a 4-time MMA World Champion, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Airman. I've shown up on this channel before. Last time I talked about Hardman. Now I'm going to be discussing one of my other mains, which is Airman. I'm really excited to get into this one. So, the first question is, why Airman? Airman was the character I picked up when I first joined the game, which I believe was like a really early version of it. I think like a 2.0 or something like that. Before I was even in like the Discord community for it, and I was like, you know what, Airman's pretty cool. I don't even know why I picked him, funnily enough. I could not tell you. I think I was just doing like squad matches or something and just picking all the Mega Man Turbo wrestlers, but I realized that like Airman was... I was just doing really well with him. Even though I'd play characters like Quick and Flash and stuff like that, and I thought I was decent at them, but I just found that Air was my most proficient. And that's due to his lower skill floor. But honestly, I just kept playing him, and I really enjoyed him, actually. Yeah, he's been a real blast to play, because I like that you can do him both as defensively as you want, kind of like a zoner, staying back, just pressing buttons and doing damage from afar, or you can play him like how I do most of the time, which is I get close up to my opponent and I just start punching him in the face with literal tornadoes. It's really cool, and I don't know, I'd recommend that style, but that's me. The funny thing is with Air, actually, is that a lot of people, like when I first joined, they never saw him as that kind of aggressive style. They always just played him zoner-like, and if you looked at the guide before I edited it, it was very much stay back, don't try and engage up close and all that kind of stuff. But with the way I play him, you can play him fast and aggressive, and he's okay at that, actually. And it's also his natural bulk lends himself very nicely to that, because he'll be able to tank a lot more hits than most of the cast. I know, I honestly thought he was a really fun character to play. And being able to like mesh those two styles of get away, get in close, kind of depending on the matchup, it was really nice to have that malleability depending on the match. He was really versatile for that. The second question is, what characters did you dislike fighting as Airman? So this is I used to play him before he got buffed with his air dash and stuff like that. So there's a lot of characters that could diffuse the projectiles he would send out, or kind of just didn't care and ignore them. It was really bad for that. So guys like Swordman, who could just tank it, it was very hard for that. Characters like Diamond were really bad, I remember, because she can literally just block them entirely and kind of just negate what you're planning. Quake is pretty bad as well. There are a bunch of characters like that. Like, if there was anyone... Oh, Proto's really bad, too, for him. Because you can get shielded. If you can get in close to Proto, you can deal with him. But yeah, a lot of characters that can either shrug off or block his projectiles made it really bad for him. Because where Air excels really is if you're fighting another projectile character, let's say Middleman, you can really just get rid of anything he tries to throw out and just beat the crap out of him. It's interesting. If they can just go around the projectiles, it's a lot harder. Who did I like? The next question is, who did I like fighting as Airman? I mentioned Metal Man earlier. That was a fun one. I liked fighting Base, if I recall, actually. Yeah, I remember liking fighting Base. Snake's not bad. Actually, that's not true. Actually, Shadow Man was really fun to fight as him, now I think about it. Shadow Man was a good one. Metal was good. Bubble was good. Quick, I believe, actually was pretty solid, too. Flashman was fun. A lot of the Mega Man Turbo Masters were good enough. Shadow, yeah. What else am I gonna say? There was definitely more. Actually, Cut's pretty good for that, along with Ice as well. If I recall correctly, Cool's actually not bad as well. Cool's pretty fun for that. Basically, anyone who's like a pretty big projectile character and they don't have another option. So your Icemans, your Metal Mans, your Quick Mans, and stuff like that. A lot of projectile heavy characters. The last question is, what do you think about the most recent balance change on Airman regarding his airspeed and wave dash speed buff? As an Airman main, I really appreciate it, and I think it's actually a really solid buff, because it doesn't change the way you play. Now you can just play him faster, and I'm a big fan of that, personally. When we were playing some matches in Termina, I didn't really notice his airspeed as much, but I definitely did notice the wave dash buff. Beforehand, it would maybe go, if you're on left side of the stage, it would go to mid stage. Now if you jump up and you're on left side, like, you can go to the right side of the screen. It's amazing. It really, I think, it makes his kit more interesting, and there's a lot more mix-up potential, I'd argue. Beforehand you had that if you're like if you're on like a platform or something and if you dash. But now I think that it's even more extreme like that. And I really like that actually. I think it was kind of weird because he's usually shown as like a benchmark for kind of, oh, he's always been A tier and they're never gonna change him. So him getting a buff is actually kind of really nice to see after playing him for so long. Because the entire time I played him, I don't think he got like buffed or nerfed once. And I played him for like 2 years. So seeing him finally get that makes me quite happy, I'll admit it. And I like that it doesn't change his gameplay, actually. I really appreciate that you can still play aggressive, you can still play defensive. Yeah, I really liked how much you can change your strategy. And really adapt it to either what you want to do or what your opponent's doing or what have you. Yeah, but that's about it for my take on Airman. I would recommend picking him up. He's very beginner-friendly, a very low skill floor, not a super-duper high skill ceiling, but you can definitely do a lot with him once you figure out all his tools and how to blend them together really well. He has a lot of good options, honestly. Especially stuff like S2 doing the up variant or the regular variant really can mix up your opponent. Same with S1 and all that. Anyways, that's about it from me on this one. See y'all next time.